Coming back with another live stream today. Oh my days! What a fucking headache. What a grind. What a fucking disastrous, toxic journey it was to get this card right here in front of our eyes, guys. I am telling you, not worth it. Don't do it to yourself, okay? Before we start the episode today, that's going live on YouTube. Our YouTube videos have been copyright banned by Premier League goals, so we're gonna have to be careful on the compilations that we watch. So just wanted to get that out there as well. Why there won't be 3 episodes on YouTube? There's probably only 2 on there because one of them, Wayne Rooney, fucking bicycle kick against Man City. Ooh, fucking scary. Premier League copyright banned it, claimed it. So we got a strike. So we have to be really, really careful with our posting, uploading, exporting, etc, etc, etc. So without further ado, let me get some, there we go, some music going in here. Right, so anyway, where was we? In the intro, yes, to do this hullet, much of a grind, a toxic journey. I wanted to stretch to raise awareness for people that do want to start new road to glories. Good luck. Good luck. And the reason why I say good luck is because the community in this game, it has to be said, whether it's little Jimmy or little Jessica or little Jimmy's mom or little Jimmy's fucking dad, all have this competitive, unreasonable outlet towards this game, you know. Everyone, you know, little Jimmy, little Jessica, you know, whoever who plays this game, all have this competitive outlet to think that everyone cares about records or something like that, you know. And it's just, I used to care about mine, but like when they started implementing challenges into rivals and stuff, and you know, if you're specifically going for a challenge with someone's weak foot or with someone's head, or you know, or trying to score you know, a fucking, you know, an impossible header on this game, or from a cross or whatnot, someone's gonna pull you up a bit on that pitch, and they're gonna counter attack you, and they're gonna win the game. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't think challenges should be in a competitive mode like rivals. And rivals is a weekday competitive mode. Let's not, you know, let's not be unreasonable here with that aspect of it, you know. Like, that is, you play rivals for rewards on Thursdays, you know. You get rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, silver 4, whatever the fuck it is, you know. So I don't think challenges should be put in a competitive mode, man. If people's sole goal is on winning that game, don't put challenges in there, man. I've been in Division 9 because I am on a road to glory with a bronze team, and I knew if I won my 5 first placement games, I would never get this hullet done. So yeah, on a road to glory, I kicked the ball in the back of the net for 5 different opponents, so I would go in the lowest division. And even in the lowest division, there was some scumbags that like to relegate themselves. Do you know what I mean? There were some cracked players that I managed to beat, and you can check that on day 1 of the road to glory. Some cracked players with some cracked teams that I managed to still beat with my dead-ass team because I decided to play some methodical FIFA. And if you play methodical on this game, you can beat anyone, trust me. And I hope I can, you know, teach you guys that. But it's very, very difficult, and it's mind games to play methodical. And it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of concentration. And sometimes, even you'll see myself, I lose it. I start selecting centre backs. I start to play trash. Oh my god. Guys, my fucking alarm. Right. So anyway, where was I? Yeah. So the aspect of competitiveness in division rivals, EA need to stop this challenge mode in a competitive game. Number one. Number two. If I'm in Division 10, if I'm that bad, or one of my viewers at home, if we're that bad at the game, right? Surely there should be a rating cap on that division. Like, oh, for this division, you have to have like a certain amount of like players, a certain amount of rating, and you can't go any higher than that. So, like for instance, it's impossible to take. It's impossible to get out of here with that shit. Seriously. Like, it's impossible to take trying to do this song request here. What's going on? Get up, cops, man. Oh damn it! No, the song request isn't working now. That's all. Finally, right. So anyway. So where was I? That's where I was. So basically, I think that EA should implement a ratings cap in Rivals, man. Like, I think that 90, 87, 88 to 90 rated teams you should have that if you're in Division 1. I don't care. You should not be going in Division 1. If it is a pay-to-win valued game, right, and you know for a fact that you can't beat these big teams without having the big players yourself, right, then let EA promote that by giving some rating caps in divisions and stuff like that. So the likes of Division 1, everyone's got a crack team. It's mostly the pros in there with their super squads. So put a rating cap in Division 1. Like, hell, don't even let people in Division 1 unless they've got a 5 million coin team. Do you know what I mean? Just say, hey, Division 1, that is the big leagues. That is the big boys. And I'm telling you, if you don't have the valued squad, you don't belong in there. Or maybe hold some tournaments to get in there. I don't know, but this fucking toxicity with Rivals where you can do 3 wins and 3 losses is not good for the game, okay? It makes people's minds go insane because of how desperate people are on that pitch. In a virtual reality football game, it takes the absolute piss. You might get, I've played, 70 wins and 50 losses, something like that. 50 losses that I had no control over, by the way, because my team was trash, and I come up against God Squad after God Squad after God Squad after God Squad, and I still took them to the distance and lost at the last minute, or I still took them to the distance and beat them. But it's just so frustrating to get a card like this because to do challenges, on the weekend league, and we did qualify for the weekend league as well, guys. But I'm just saying, like, to get this Rude Hullet, it was an absolute nightmare. And I said I'd do it, and I did it. But man, I don't feel any better after doing it. I want to be excited to use this card. I've had this card before. A lot of people don't like it. I do like it because I believe his presence is still valuable on the pitch. So without further ado, guys, we're going to get into some Foot Champions. We're going to squad builder because we've got a lot to get through today, man. I'm even going to take you on my main account. If Futchamps runs good on the road to glory, I'll take us on the main account. We'll play some games on there as well because I've got 60 games to get through. And I really don't know how I'm going to do that. So yeah, there's a lot of FIFA today, guys. A lot of FIFA. But dudes, listen to me. Do you think, and type in the YouTube comments, if there should be a rating cap in Division Rivals? I think that would be huge. Division 3, 83 rated. 83 to 80, 86, 87. you know, Division 2, you know, 85 to 89, and Division 1, 90 to 93. Honestly, dude, that will stop people from bronzing their benches. That will stop people from fucking relegating themselves. It would do so much good, because they know that they can't play with their favorite teams in the higher division. So basically, if a Division 1 player seen a challenge and wanted to relegate himself to get easier opponents, he's not allowed to use that cracked 90 rated squad in Division 10. That shouldn't be allowed. That should be a no-no, no matter what. Do you know what I mean? You don't see Real Madrid going into the fucking championship and fucking beating all them. Do you know what I mean? Or going into the worst cup in the world and fucking taking out all the lower league teams. It just doesn't happen like that, man. EA need to be more smart with it, because it's promoting toxicity. And it's something I can handle. Obviously, I'm just playing the character for you guys on the screen and stuff. It did get to me. It don't get to me anymore. But in front of the camera, I'll sympathize. You know, I hope you sympathize with the way I feel about it, because I'll do that for you guys, because I know what you guys are going through right now in this toxicity of a game. But I love football, and I know my chat love football, and my viewers love football, and thing is, I just wish that on FIFA 21 they do it right this time, you know. Like, they need to do it right this time, man. Like, the division rivals needs to be wiped out and repackaged to be, yes, competitive. Yes, it's for awards, but no challenge in there. Put a separate challenge mode in the game, okay? But have it be where, you know, you still can't search for your friends, obviously, because they don't want you to boost challenge. But just have it be challenge mode. And then have like a challenge mode rank. So achieve this in challenge mode. But when you get XP in challenge mode, you unlock something else on top of what you're trying to go for anyway. Then it will give people the initiative and the assertiveness to go into there and want to play it. The intriguing aspect, fact of it. Okay, this challenge mode, that's rivals, that's Futchamps. Leave them alone. Stop making Futchamps rivals. Stop making rivals challenge mode, etc, etc, etc. Simple it out like that, easy as it goes. Sticker books as well with player cards, and then with stats that we've had. Every player we buy, every single player we buy, EA, in my opinion, we should be able to check the stats on without taking screenshots. That should already be in your game, okay? So if I want to know how my Ronaldo played back in January, and I want to know how he played back in March, you know, I bought him again now and compared the stats difference because of how the meta changes and stuff like that. I want to see that, but I want to see that in your game. I don't want to be searching through 100 screenshots in my Xbox to find that shit. No, I want you to put that easy, simple facts like that in your game. Statistics as well, like man of the match as well, right? Man of the match, easy. Just whack it in there. Who gives a fuck about yellow and red cards? Do you know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Put man of the match in there instead so we can see the performance of our new players, etc. Boot color changes. Just get out of here with that shit, dude. It's so simple, man. You're already starting to, you know, go away from the kits aspect of it and making it an actual ultimate team. Another thing as well, man. Introduce a new chemistry link too. Like, I don't know, something like if people played for that team, they link with the players. Simple as that, you know what I mean? That's easy. So basically, Ibrahimovic can link to all PSG players. Ibrahimovic can link to all AC Milan players. Ibrahimovic can link to all LA Galaxy players, and all Barcelona players. If you put something that simple in the game, then fucking the wider variety of the meta would change completely on an instant. Do you know what I mean? Stop just making it selfish things, man. Because we get these saturated teams again and again, year after year after year after year, and there's like there shouldn't be a football game where there's 10 top meta players to use, and everybody buys these meta players off the market, and it's hard to get hold of a prime moments cards nowadays. You know what I mean? Because you made them so fucking meta. When, you know, cards like Ruud van Nistelrooy should be usable. They should be meta too. They don't need skill moves to be meta, but they need to be strong, fast, agile, you know, strong shot, you know, clinical finishing. That's all we need in these cards, you know, two-footed. And you just stop living in your own fucking fairy tale land in your own delusional world where you actually thought these players like Miroslav Klose and fucking Van Nistelrooy and Van Basten were bad players, or, you know, because they weren't. They were fucking phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? They were phenomenal. I mean, Van Nistelrooy, he ain't on Thierry Henry's levels, no offense, right? You know what I mean? But Henry's the best in my opinion. But even Henry, you shout on him this year too, guy. EA, like, so again, like in FIFA 21, I hope this toxicity changes. I really do. I don't want it to get worse, and I want player auction and fucking that to change too. Let tradables be tradables between friends as well, okay? But have us put a cap on it so we don't spam it. Put a cap on it, like, hey, if I get a shit red and my friend gets a shit red, let us swap, but let us do like one swap a week, right? So if we did do a wager, we got one wager a week, so that's one video a week, you know? So we don't fucking spam it and, you know, gamble or whatnot. But how dare you say we're gambling with fucking buying each other's players or fucking trading each other's players when you're fucking got surprise mechanics in packs for us to open a pack with points to fucking see what we get in there. That's a form of gambling, and you know it is. But yeah, man, I want to see FIFA 21 change the fucking game. It's a new generation. All the meta needs to be this, you know, the meta in the next FIFA needs to be 100 players, not 20, you know, because it just makes the game so boring. Every time we see, oh, Mbappe, Neymar, Eusebio, oh, Mbappe, Neymar, fucking R9, whatever, fucking, whatever the metas are, you know, Ben Yedder, Mbappe and Neymar, Ben Yedder. In everyone's team, there's always an Mbappe, Neymar, and Ben Yedder, because you decided to make them overpowered. But anyway, guys, without further ado, I don't know if I'm live or not. Yeah, no, we are. I'm gonna probably stop and start the stream, because I'm just gonna use this as a video, for my thoughts on FIFA and in general. So, guys, thank you so much. Subscribe, like, comment, all that beautiful things to help a YouTube channel grow, to be part of the Fernsey Nation, all that lovely stuff. All right, guys, so peace out.